friends! And for those of you who are new here, welcome to my channel where I grace ambitious women with all things self-love. As many of you know, I'm a mother of 3, but not only that, I grew up with people-pleasing tendencies and this natural urge to be of service to others. After stepping into womanhood though, especially after having kids, I learned fairly quickly that it's very easy to lose yourself when you're always putting others first. And it will quickly leave you feeling absolutely exhausted. Mentally, physically, emotionally, the works. If you've already gotten to the point where you're burnt out, or you know you're headed in that direction, let me stop you right there. And let's work through the 3 simple pivots that will not only allow you to serve in all your roles, but also allow you to fill your own cup. So, if that sounds good to you, let's get started. A lot of the time when we think about importance, we usually put the category of what we're doing for others first, as opposed to the things that we need to do for ourselves. The things that we need to do for ourselves often get pushed to the wayside, pushed to, oh, I'll do it when I have time, and they ultimately never get done. And when they do get done, it's because you've deemed it an absolute necessity, because you've already burnt out. This is not the way to go. You have to make self-care non-negotiable before you reach the point of burnout. This way, you keep your breaks under your control, as opposed to your body just shutting down and giving you absolutely no option. So in order to do this, you have to schedule in your self-care. First, you're going to want to look at your schedule and really see how much time you've been allocating to serving yourself. And I wouldn't be surprised if there was nothing on your schedule at all, or maybe like 1 or 2 things that you do sprinkle throughout the month. This really is not enough. And it doesn't have to be these really big, lavish things all the time. Even something as simple as having a cup of tea midday, or having a cup of tea before bed, reading a book. These small things all add up and give you the energy you need to keep moving forward. In my life, I have one simple rule. If it's not scheduled in, it's not getting done. This has been from years of having mom brain like all the time. I just got to the point where I said, if I'm going to remember something, it has to be in the schedule so that my phone can remind me, or my schedule can remind me by me looking at it when I need to. But the trick to this is that when you actually schedule in the time for self-care, you know for a fact that you have the time. And that gives you no excuse to say, I don't have the time for this, I have XYZ on my plate, and da 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 da. No, if it's in your schedule, you know that you have at least a 5-minute time block to do some self-care, and it can become non-negotiable. The same way you would block out time for a Zoom meeting at work is the same way that you can say, nope, sorry, I'm unavailable, I'm busy right now, I have 5 minutes to allocate to self-care, and that is time that, sorry, I just can't part with it. Scheduling it in makes it seem as if it's a priority, which it is, but at least it's signaling to your mind too that it actually is one. For some reason, our brains are already wired to think that when we schedule something in, it's deemed as important. And most times, these important things that we put in our schedule is usually to serve others, but leave us feeling somewhat drained. Are draining activities really all you want to be filling up your day? These are the important questions to ask if you really want to live intentionally. So schedule in that self-care. It will help rewire your brain to see self-care as a priority instead of something you do when you're emotionally, mentally, and physically in lack. And soon, self-care will become a natural part of your day, instead of a guilty pleasure or something you do as a response to burnout. So we talked about the fact that most times our schedule is filled up with items and ways that we are serving others, leaving little time to do self-care. But with that being said, there are ways that you can optimize your schedule so that you're not feeling fully drained when you're doing these things for other people. So what I mean is that you know your body best, but you may not know how you've been using your time in relation to your body's capacity at any given time. And what many people fail to realize is that to a certain extent, this can be measured by doing an energy audit. So in order to do this, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to understand your OWP, your optimal work periods. You're going to want to audit the last few weeks that have gone by. And you're going to want to ask yourself, when was I the most energetic or have the most energy? When did I feel most at peace? When did I feel the most amount of focus? And after you've identified these, then you're going to schedule things accordingly. When you have the most focus, you're going to want to prioritize the more mentally heavy tasks. At times when you have the most energy, you're going to want to schedule in your more physical tasks. And when you're the most at peace, that is the best time to schedule in those social items. And yes, even those harder conversations, because at the end of the day, you'll be speaking from a place of calm and understanding and not one of overwhelm and anger. We are all about trying to keep our conversations fruitful. So when it comes to doing energy audits, it's not a one and done thing. I suggest doing it maybe once a month, maybe once every 2 months, just to make sure that you're keeping optimized with where your body is at in its most current state and keeping in line with the current projects and tasks that you have to do. So when you do your energy audits and you start scheduling things in based on your body's capacity and energy, what you're going to find is that it's so much easier to get things done, and you get things done more efficiently without burning yourself out. You'll find that there's a natural flow to your work, and you'll be able to seamlessly transition between tasks because you're doing it in a way that works with your natural rhythm. I see you. You have been serving and serving and serving and serving and serving, and when somebody reaches out to you asking, how can I help you? You refuse. They're literally offering to help you, but you say, no, I'm good, no thanks, it's okay. I know as someone used to serving others that asking or accepting help can feel a little icky, but leaning on your community not only helps you to better navigate your life tasks, but by constantly saying no to them, you're taking away their opportunity to show love to you in the same way that you've been showing love to them. It's really taking away their opportunity to show you gratitude and appreciation and love. That same love that you say that you want in your life. So instead of saying no all the time and trying to be that superwoman who does it all, maybe next time say yes. The sooner you start embracing your support system is the easier your life will become. And it'll feel like this huge weight is lifted off of you. The I have to do it all myself mindset has actually been holding you back and keeping you stuck in a cycle of burnout, especially with that never-ending to-do list that you have on your plate. So instead, let it go. Sometimes it may seem like your list of responsibilities is never ending. But if this is the case, now more than ever, you need to make sure that when you're filling everybody else's cup, you're also making time to fill your own, work in a way that acknowledges where your body's at, and accept the help that is offered to you. This is what will allow you to serve all the ones you care about, including yourself. As always, if you're looking for support and encouragement on your unique journey, subscribe, friend. And with that, I hope to see you in the next one. Bye.